And also, welcome, welcome. I say very good evening as we're just about to kickstart, just waiting for the final countdown as we're going to be going into the program this evening. It's Star Radio UK, Niger Voices every Wednesday. Ija Benny. Hey, Benny. Benny. Wọ́n tẹ̀ tí ń pa wá already. Ojoojúmọ́ ló ń pa wá dànù. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, níbo ọ̀gbámọ̀ politician ló ń decide nísìn. Ẹ ti sùn, káyé sùn, a ti sùn. Wọ́n ní ká jí káyé sùn. I say as we are just kicking start for this evening, I welcome you as you're settling in on Star Radio UK. We're just on the countdown to go into the program this evening. It is the 25th of August 2021. Who is with me down there? It is Star Radio UK. And we're just about to count down as we're just going into the countdown. And yes, let's come down here. Let's come down here. I say very good evening to those of you that have joined us from different parts of the globe, and welcome to Star Radio UK, your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. I'd like to appreciate my producer, Frank and Archie, working tirelessly behind the scene, making sure that we can bring the show down to you, those of you watching us around the world. My name is Olayomi Koike, and I'm going to be your host this evening on Niger Voices. And you know how we do it. There's quite a lot on the table. There's a lot to discuss. There's a lot to talk about. But the most important thing is, as you're settling in, I welcome you all from different platforms from around the world. Remember, Star Radio UK. We're also streaming live on YouTube. We're on Twitter. And the beauty of the 21st technology is this is not the radio station back in the days where you can only hear the voice of the presenter. But this time around, you can see what we're doing in the studio. And you can see what the studio looks like for those of you that are watching us from different parts of the globe. I welcome you as we're settling in. Have you been following the news in Nigeria? Nigeria, that there's a lot of news all the time. You keep asking yourself, what went wrong? What actually went wrong that has made us today as individuals, groups of people, tribes, now demanding that the total way out of Nigeria is not the 2023 general election? You might disagree with me. That is not a problem. But the problem is the 1999 democracy till now has not changed anything. And we haven't got the time, to waste when lives have been killed. As I speak to you today, 36 innocent lives were killed. 36 innocent lives in Nigeria today. For how long do we have to wait? How many more people must be killed before the world wakes up to understand that genocide is taking place in Nigeria? I say good evening and welcome to Niger Voices on Star Radio UK.
Hello to sing.
Yes, hello to sing. Once again, a very good evening and welcome to the program. I say good evening to you all as you're joining us on this very beautiful evening. It is the 25th of August 2021. And my name again is Ola Yomikoiki. I'm going to be your host this evening. We're expecting to drive you home. And those of you that are probably just heading to work, I'll be taking you into your workplace this evening. Let me first give you the first audio that I want us to listen to. Do you notice that more doctors are now ready to travel to Saudi Arabia, regardless of whether Saudi Arabia is a Sharia country? People are prefer to be living in Saudi Arabia as a medical doctor than being in Nigeria that has actually got no dreams and hope. As you're settling into the program, let's give you the first audio.
These are familiar scenes at job recruitment exercises in Nigeria. There is a special difference in this particular instance, though, as these are qualified medical doctors applying for jobs overseas, in Saudi Arabia to be precise. What you can see behind me right now is the process of the recruitment of Nigerian doctors by the Saudi Arabian authorities. This exercise is currently ongoing at the Sheraton Hotel and Towers, right here in the Nigerian capital, Abuja. Nigerian resident doctors have been on strike for almost a month in their demand for better working conditions, and negotiations with government have failed repeatedly. And the prospect of working for the Saudi government is now seen as a big escape. The federal government showing the cold shoulder attitude that doesn't show any kind of responsibility or being careful about the situation. I can't imagine, I can't believe my Honorable Minister of Health came out and he threatened us. So I think it does not make sense or doesn't make much. I mean, it wasn't the situation. I would, to be candid, we're very, very disappointed. I personally am disappointed. When I go to where I work in a very critical care services of the hospital. But basic things that we need, we don't have. Some things I used to put in my money to buy what I need, just for the sake of the patient. And to worsen the situation and to make the matter worse, and day by day, there is no any progress.
To escape from the hills in the society.
What do you mean?
A lot of discouraging things. You see banditry, see kidnapping.
Did you hear that? The other doctor is more interested to run away from the hills of the society, the banditry. If they're telling you banditry, I will tell you these are pure terrorists. The federal government of Nigeria can tell you all kinds of lies back in Nigeria and make you feel like these are bandits. These are not bandits. These are full-blown terrorists. Remember, we've told you so many times, Nigeria stands as number 3 when it comes to the global terrorism index across the whole globe and across the 195 countries in the world. Nigeria is number 1. And this medical doctor is not just going away out of Nigeria to get a job in Saudi Arabia. He would rather prefer to run away where a young woman was gunned down between Ibadan and Lagos only last week, Thursday. She lives here in UK, just like I live here, just like so many of us that lives in UK. Yes, people go to home for so many reasons. You go home to open your brand new house that doesn't have electricity and there's no water. You probably visit your family because you got a wedding or you have a birthday party to attend to. But this woman traveled back to Nigeria, and I'm sure some of you have heard the story and you've seen the picture. She was killed last week, Thursday. May her soul rest in peace. She's also been buried as I speak to you right now. A very good evening to those of you that have joined us from different parts of the globe. My name is Ola Yomikoiki. This is Niger Voices. Terrorists have now been pampered in Nigeria that they're calling them bandits, and they now have the audacity and the gut to go into the Nigerian Defense Academy in Kaduna. I'll be telling you a little bit more about that because a major was also killed. This is Star Radio UK. Let's get more from that medical doctors running away from the hills of Nigeria.
Incessant strike and all those stuff. If you can get a place where you can walk, a place that is calm, a place where...
Did you hear that? As long as we can get a place that we can walk, I can go back home and put my head to rest. I can take care of the family and I can take care of myself and take care of the environment. As you can see that the Extinction Rebellion is going on currently in London. We got to think about the climate change. It's coming up closer to us. You might not be worried about the situation of climate change for those of you in Nigeria because the country is already in a total mess. It's in a chaos. And that is why I will say again, do you think going for 2023 election will solve some of these problems? Or is it time that we listen to those requesting for a self-determination to opt out of Nigeria and demand a full referendum from United Nations? Because Nigeria is a crime scene that kills you, and not just kills you, it kills everybody around you. Imagine the woman that was killed. This is Star Radio UK, Star Radio UK, Niger Voices. And I say once again, good evening to those of you that have settling in into the program. Medical doctors are now being recruited by Saudi Arabia government. Remember when the regional government of the Yorubas, we had the royal family from Saudi Arabia attending the UCH, University College in Ibadan. Now, more doctors are being taken away to Saudi Arabia. Let's get more from this.
You can use your skill and you can be well educated. Is it not better?
For Vivian Okolo here, it is more...
The next person that will be speaking to you now from this interview that was held yesterday in Abuja, there's something amazing that a lot of us must have picked up as well, maybe going back home or maybe coming up with some of your old colleagues. And when I say your colleagues, these are your lecturers at the university looking for the same job like you with their briefcase and folder moving from one end of Lagos to Abeokuta. Unfortunately, there's no job. You probably attended job interview and you're like, wow, who's this man? This could be my lecturer. Your lecturer is looking for the same job like you because there's no job in the society. Unemployment has become a big task. And this government came in with the first hope to millions of Nigerians around the world that we will turn things around. As I speak to you right now, it is 717 Naira as the exchange rate. This is Star Radio UK. The next person that is about to speak to us, her mind blew away because she wasn't expecting to see someone, not just someone, one of our lecturers also trying to run away from Nigeria because Nigeria is no longer working. A very good evening and welcome to Star Radio UK. Kano was on a total lockdown on Saturday, 100 private jet, poverty capital of the world. Nigeria, poverty capital of the world. Do you know what that means? Nigeria, as we speak today, is number 1 out of 195 countries in the global community where you cannot guarantee 3 square meals.
Situation of heartbreak as she expresses frustration over the ever-worsening situation in the healthcare system. With this particular case in point.
I left medical school April 2011. My teacher is here.
Did you hear that? Are you taking note? She left the medical school. Can somebody, I'm not very good in maths, but let's walk it back. Let's walk it back. 2011 till now, how many years is that? I can see some of the comment coming through. I'm not sure why, but we work on that and see why the comment is not coming through. Once again, a very good evening and welcome to those of you that have joined us from different parts of the world. This is your favorite station, Star Radio UK, where we tell you what is going on around the globe. But every week, every Wednesday, it's all about Niger Voices. This program has been coming on air since almost 4 years ago, And if you'd like to be a sponsor, do get in touch and let us know. And my producer will be giving you a best deal. On the number to call is 0208-133-2257. A very good evening to those of you in America as you're also going to work. Good evening to those of you Australia, New Zealand. Is very, very late down there by this time of the hour. But one thing is, Nigeria is not working. Nigeria is not working. But millions of Nigerians are confused. Should we be attending the next election? Will that change anything? We are better off now to opt out of Nigeria before it is too late. Like I always say, my view, my opinion, Nigeria is a crime scene. Let's hear what this young girl have to tell us. A very good evening once again.
My own teacher, the first person I cited here, was my teacher, a seasoned pediatric consultant. You know what it means? My teacher that taught me how many years ago, I'm giving up on...
My teacher that taught me how many years ago, that same teacher is also looking to get out of Nigeria. And that takes me back again to, some of you remember that track we played all the time. It's one of my favorite. Who remember that? Who remember that? We'll come to that, but let's quickly finish this as well.
The country, on our leaders, and I come here to meet my teacher. I mean, this is the worst. I never knew it has gone this bad.
She never knew it has gone that bad. She never knew it has gone that bad. She never knew it has gone that bad. A very good evening to my listeners from around the world, and welcome to STARR Radio UK. It is your finest African Caribbean radio station in London. Tomorrow, make sure you join the Property Hour. 2011 till now, how many years ago was that? Today's code is today is a product of yesterday, and likewise tomorrow a product of today. Most of the product of 60 years ago after the independence. Thank you very much, Olatubosun Johnson. Good evening to those of you on Instagram, on Twitter. What an amazing evening. It's about 21 degrees centigrade, quite sunny outside. Make sure you drink a lot of water. There's quite a lot of audio that we'll be playing this evening. And it's just to kind of buttress on what has been the job of this government for the last 6 years. What can you rate this government, the APC government of the Buhari? What can you rate them between 1 to 10? If you're meant to give them a pass mark, because this was a man that was fighting day and night to become the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria since 2003. And after it given that chance, Boko Haram, terrorists, ISWAP, have now become something that a lot of people can no longer close their eyes and sleep. But somebody said something, Nigeria will survive. Do you think so? Do you agree? Let's hear this. Do you think that Nigeria can survive the situation currently going on before 2023? What is your take on that? This was back in the 80s when people thought Nigeria would survive it. I'm not sure whether Nigeria can survive the way things are going right now. It's getting more chaotic on a daily basis, and the killings, the genocide, the crime against humanity, the kidnapping, and everything, plus inflation. Did you hear what Sanusi said? We've literally gone back to the days of Shehu Shagari. very good evening, and thank you very much to my producer, Frank and Archie, working tirelessly every day. And make sure you join us on Monday to Friday, the morning show. The crude oil has been the increment of the devil. I'm not sure if they burn the oil, Nigeria can survive the way things are going right now. Once again, a very good evening, a very, very good evening. Somebody say, I beg, who sing that song? Okay, it's Veno. Nigeria go survive. This was, in the 80s. If you were born in the 90s, the Indomie noodles generation, you probably wouldn't know some of these tracks that have been done some years back, advising some of us, like Felani Kulakokuti was giving us some of this ginger. I could see somebody on Instagram, but I can see the face. But I can't say the name properly. I can only say good evening to those of you that have joined us. Can Nigeria survive? Because the Nigerian Defense Academy was attacked by terrorists. The Nigerian government says to the media, just call them bandits. Nigeria go survive. I'm not sure about that. Nigeria is not going to survive the way things are because things are getting bad on a daily basis. Once again, this is Niger Voices on Star Radio UK. Somebody says shame that Saudi Arabia is recruiting Niger doctors. Whose fault is it? Is it the Nigerian government or the Saudi Arabian government that is deciding to take our brain drain out of Nigeria? Olaiwola Ayola says only a foolish human would believe Nigeria will survive. Okay, who believe that Nigeria can survive? And I need to ask you this question, those of you watching us from different part of the platform in Star Radio UK. Make sure you continue to share the program as well. Once again, it is Niger Voices. Who believe that Nigeria can survive? Adelex Taiwo will say, wow, I love that music. It makes me remember the old days. Ha ha ha. See how time flies. I'm sure those were the days we were putting on those baggy trousers. Ha ha ha. Oh, yeah. Yes. Margaret says, well done there, Yoruba nation of going back. That is my belief that the only way out now is to opt out of Nigeria. Who remember Dr. Obadia Olafia, the former deputy governor of the central bank, advising us that by the time they finish the rural area, they're coming to the city. They're going to be looking for high-profile people. They're going to kill you on your street. They're going to kill you on your road. And that is exactly what is currently taking place as we speak today in Nigeria. I'm going to be reading a young Nigerian, well, she's no longer Nigerian. He's no longer Nigerian. He's a Yoruba guy now. He's just come back to US. And he has advised me to give you his write-up, his experience, 8 days in Nigeria. I'm sure you saw when I was streaming this morning from the Nigerian embassy. I've been told it continued to extort £120 from Nigerians that are trying to get their Nigerian passport at the Nigerian embassy. That was what I got with those on the queue this morning at about 10:35 a.m. The queue was quite long. In 21st century, we cannot even digitalize a Nigerian passport where you can easily get it right here in the UK without going to the Nigerian embassy. I saw elderly people, I saw people with a bit of challenge. But the question is, do you think Nigeria can survive? That is the question this evening. Now, so time flies back to 1914 under the Taliban, Muhammadu Buhari. Yes! It is called Star Radio UK. It is one of your finest African and Caribbean radio stations in London. And this is how we do it every Wednesday when we drive you home. no. This was 1984. How time flies. How many of you want to check out? I spoke to a young, woman all the way somewhere in Ikorodu area. And her dream is just to leave Nigeria. And I pray for her that she will definitely one day leave Nigeria if she believes in that dream. So many people wants to check out. Remember in 1984, we were telling Andrew, please do not check out. Andrew, do not check out. Let's fix Nigeria together. How many of you want to stay and build Nigeria? Do you think you can really build Nigeria? Where the terrorists can easily walk into the Nigerian Defense Academy and kill a major. Do you know what it means to kill a major? This is somebody that was born in January 1978, just about 43. From the picture circulating on the social media, I believe the wife is pregnant, or maybe not. Olusheyi says, Allah Yomi Koiki, the right song is Nigerian Jaga Jaga. Okay, all right, let's look for that. Jaga Jaga, Nigeria Jaga Jaga. That was during Jaga. Let's see. Nigeria Jaga Jaga. Nigeria Jaga Jaga. Everything scatter. One man, what's that? One man in the air. Nigeria Jaga. I think when that song came out, the former president Olusegun Obasanjo was very, very bitter. He was a bitter man. It was like, what? Idris Adris, you can sing those kind of songs. Let's hear this, since it's a request as well. A very good evening and welcome to Nigeria Jaga Jaga. All right, let's come back to reality. Is Nigeria Jaga Jaga, or this is just something that you are all trying to make it look like it's Jaga Jaga? I'm listening to you. It is on you. Oh, yeah, no. Jacolushala, good evening. Is Nigeria Jaga Jaga? Very good evening to you all. Mrs. Bola Tito, Derito, James Chuku, all hail Biafra. Mazin and the Kano must be free. Those of you who wants to know the update about the 12 in Abuja, all I can say is the judge have signed the bail condition, and we are waiting to see what come up next. Since we have got a final bail release signed by the judge, we would have to wait and see what next. That's all I can tell you for now. In terms of the case in Benin Republic, Chief Sunday Igboho says Yoruba nation must continue and no going back. The case is not yet back to court at Benin Republic, but as soon as we have the case back to court, be rest assured you'll be getting it the first hand from here on Star Radio UK, Niger Voices, or all other media as well. Is Nigeria truly Jaga Jaga? Poverty, capital of the world. Number 3, Global Terrorism Index. Number 185, WHO. You know what that means, is it? World Health Organization. So if the doctors are relocating to Saudi Arabia because the government in Nigeria can no longer pay the bills, is Nigeria Jaga Jaga? Was Nigeria Jaga Jaga then, or is Nigeria still Jaga Jaga now? Which one? Because a lot of people are saying, okay, maybe we should chuck away all these elders that have destroyed the country, corruption left and right, party government, fatherism, godfatherism, blah, 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 and then let's allow the youth to come through. Do you think that youth can take over in 2023? How many people think that the Nigerian youth can literally take over the next election in Nigeria. Omoyele Sowore was bracket of the youth. I had him interview here in the UK, right here in the studio. I have Fela Durotoro here in the studio, but some of you never voted for them because you didn't believe in them. You believe in the APC, the PDP, next level. The injustice taking place on a daily basis in Nigeria, where a young girl from Southeast was picked up, kept in the prison for 70 days. 70 good days, molested. I say she was molested. And because the police that are corrupt, like the Abba, the tailor, I'm sure you know that. You know who is Abba the tailor. We're not taking any calls, please. Do not call my number. How many of you know Abba the tailor? I'm sure you know who Abba the tailor is. The Hush Puppy designer. That police officer that was making clothes for Hush Puppy. Hey, somebody say our doctor don't japa, coronavirus has won. Hey. We are no longer talking about armed robbers. Doesn't mean that they are not still existing. Somebody sent me a voice note where the sister was kidnapped. We now have all this small kidnapping taking place within the Yoruba land as well. Not just the full-blown terrorists. I'm talking about some Yorubas. You know, let's just quickly pick up 10 people, 50,000 there, 100,000 there, 300,000. So you've got to be very, very careful if you're traveling on the public transport in Nigeria. The family end up paying 300,000. Just like that. But if you get picked up by the terrorists, you're going to pick a lot of money.
Wait straight up to your head side. What's up? Sit big now.
Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped by the federal government of Nigeria from Kenya, just like this present government run by the president did the same thing in 1984. Some of you probably do not know that. It's called rendition. It is not allowed according to international law. You can't just come to a country, kidnap somebody, and take them away. Hey, it doesn't work like that. Even America won't do that. You can't just go and pick somebody and bundle them, put them into an aircraft, and then take them out of the country without any legal proceeding. That was what happened to Nnamdi Kanu. And the young girl known as Gloria Okoli, she was kidnapped in Nigeria. The only difference is she was kidnapped in Nigeria for 72 days, molested. She's not even up to 24 years old. And after that exposition came out, I'm sure you know what is going to happen. The Nigerian police says she's member of the ESN. But we have terrorists, which takes me to the next audio. Let's hear this. We have terrorists killing thousands of Nigerians on a daily basis, but yet the federal government of Nigeria have done nothing. Literally nothing. This young girl have done nothing more than a citizen of Nigeria, but kidnapped in Nigeria, just like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, rendition. You see the journalists in Nigeria using the word arrested, as if, you know, the Nigerian government went to Kenya, hey, stop there, we have to arrest you for the offense that you've committed in Nigeria. But that was not what happened. What actually happened was, Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, was kidnapped from Kenya, and the Kenya government had the backing of that. He's no longer a Nigerian citizen. He is a British citizen. And I still wonder why the British government are not saying much about that case. Let's hear what this bishop or apostle, a member of the Christian Association of Nigeria, said to us after the killing in Plateau State. Let's hear what this video.
Let the world hear this. It has been in record every day. We have been killed as flies. And when we talk, people say we are lying. The government is not there to defend us. We've never seen any government that shows desire in blood sucking like this government. And when we talk, people say that we are being biased. People talk that we are not supporting the party or supporting the government. Which kind of government is that allows people, his own citizens, to be killed every day? We are being
No, you don't need to see the video. Just listen. Not everything you have to, you got to remember that, not everything. As long as you follow the, the audio. That's why I'm not talking, because I want you to listen. You probably watch that video. I mean, I can't post it on YouTube because I'm sure YouTube will take it down. But if you're following me on my status, you'll be able to see it. I'm sure thousands of you must have watched it already. So let's just continue and listen to the audio.
God will fight for us. God will raise a standard for us. And if they have the weapon, we will have our own God. We pray God to rise on our behalf. And let the world know. Lying here are 9 corpses out of the 16 killed.
Did you hear that? Right here, 9 corpses out of the 16. They thought somebody was going to survive it. Let's hear more from this.
And when they was taken to the hospital thinking that she was going to survive, she also died in the hospital. So we have lost 72 people from this place.
This is different from the 36 innocent lives that was also killed today. This happened some few days ago, 17. It becomes like a number. Okay, somebody says on Facebook, we cannot post it on Facebook because we will get penalized for that. My question now to the Nigerians at home, with all these happening, what are you thinking? What is at the back of your mind? Bring out a youth to contest with the corrupt politicians that have so much money? Contest with them? Try to go and become a member of some of this political party and assume that you will be given an opportunity to change the system? Let's hear more on these latest killings that the world have decided to keep mute in Plateau State. Plateau State has become the next den of the Boko Haram terrorists.
If we talk, the government will say that we are becoming biased, that we are supporting one political party. Let the truth be said. Let the whole world know. I stand here as current chairman of Zongon Katab local government to cry on behalf of this family, to cry on behalf of the Christian community. For how long will the government of El-Rufai and the government of Buhari allow us to be killed like this? For how long?
This was the same government, or this was the same man, I'm talking about President Muhammadu Buhari, that wanted to become the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria by all means. Even at some point, he did say, and is on record, that if I do not become the president, blood will shed. But he has already become the president. Why then so much blood being shed? Since he's now the president. Why do we still have so much blood being shed every day? Why do we have bloodshed still happening as I speak to you right now? Families are crying. Children doesn't know what is going on. Elderly are in confused. Some of them in their 70s, in their 80s, have never witnessed such before. For almost 50 years of their lives, only for them to wake up and count bodies on a weekly basis. 36 innocent lives killed today. And we have a government that is celebrating a wedding where the whole of Kano was on a total lockdown in the midst of nothing.
talk of security. And we have come to see how biased it is. No any security men hanging around our villages, but go to Zangon Qatar.
All the security men are guiding well-to-know people in Nigeria. We have about 600 military, but they are no longer safe as well. We can't put the blame on the Nigerian military. We only put the blame on the head of those that is meant to equip them to fight the terrorists that is making life miserable for you back home in Nigeria. But I'm sure you know how that plays out. Paddy government. They've literally spent all the money budgeted. At least the Plateau elder is talking, not the Buhari slaves in Ibadan. Mr. Mumu Makinde, that is coming from one of the comments here. Adex Tai will say, these people think we are joking. That is why they don't take us serious. Most especially our Southwest governor. But when the Fulani refuse to give power to them come 2023, they will dance to our tune. I promise you. Okay.
There is a checkpoint. There is a presence of military officers all over. And how many of our villages have the presence of military officers? None. And when we talk, they'll say we are lying. And they will call us for peace talk. After killing us, they will call for another peace talk.
Did you hear that? They will call us for peace talk, just like the Boko Haram, according to the Nigerian military, is asking us for forgiveness. After killing innocent Nigerians, the Nigerian government and the Nigerian military is now presenting to us these. Have you read? Please go and read the UN report. If you haven't done so, I'll see if I can put it up. The latest UN report, because a lot of us, I know we are so much focused about the Yoruba nation, but we must continue to focus on some of the international community report that is highlighting some of these dangerous situation that is currently being played out as we speak right now, where the repentant Boko Haram it is called the repentant Boko Haram. Niger Army repels Boko Haram. This is coming from France 24. Attack says 16 soldiers were killed. This is about 36 minutes ago, coming from the France 24. This is the breaking news, just coming out some 36 minutes ago. Niger Army repels Boko Haram. Attack says 16 soldiers lost their lives. Hundreds of Boko Haram militants attacked a military post in the southeastern Niger overnight, killing 16 soldiers, wounding 9 more, the defense ministry says on Wednesday. Say about 50 of the Islamic militants were also killed in the resulting combat in the West African country Diffa region, and the significant quantities of weapons were recovered, the ministry said in a statement. The attack late targeted the town of Barrow, where thousands of residents had only returned after taking refuge elsewhere following jihadist massacre in 2015. According to African_confidential, Nigeria is the first country I have seen to have repentant terrorists. You need to go and read that latest report. It's got quite a lot inside. It's called the Secret Program. If you haven't read it, let's see if I can get you the link for those of you watching us this evening. It's called the Nigerian Secret Program to Loot Up Boko Haram Defectors. It is quite a long one. We might do a full program on it one of these days. It is worth reading. I'll just give you a little bit snip of it, not everything. If SALU allows us to go back to our farms and villages, and the government says we must accept, then I will. Malam Aliyu lives in a neat 2-bedroom house in Nigerian northern city of Kaduna. Squeezed into the small living room is a large brand new sofa set, still in its plastic. A plasma TV is on the wall outside in the yard. Is an area where he planned to raise poultry. It is the home you might expect of a middle-level public servant, maybe a teacher, probably not that of a senior ex-jihadist commander. When these people are given these repentance, what happened? Where do they live? Do they come down to the southeast or the southwest? Are they living in Abeokuta or somewhere in Ibadan? Are they in Kogi or Kwara? Are they in Abeokuta or are they in Kogi? Are they in Osun State, Ondo State? Where are these repentant soldiers, repentant terrorists end up living after giving that repentance? Remember, they do not have this system that we have in UK that you can put in a tag and monitor them wherever they are. Aliu is not his real name. Has a new life now. The old was a decade he spent fighting with the Boko Haram and then with the breakaway Islamic State of West Africa province known as ISWAP in the scrubland of the Northeast. He also had 2 wives and 4 children he left behind when he defected, and the power he once wed as a jihadist, literally a man in zones under the insurgents' control. A top secret program known as SALO is encouraging senior jihadist commanders to defect and providing them with government benefits. And when we have so many millions of Nigerians do not have the same opportunity, I'm going to share the link with some of you watching us on our platform this evening. It will be nice for you to take time at your own convenient time and go through it properly. And you will see what the Nigerian government have turned terrorists into by giving them opportunity that you, as a Nigerian citizen, do not have. Let's give you a little bit more from that. Some have almost certainly committed atrocities, but are unlikely to be persecuted. So people that have killed, men, raped, extorted millions of naira from you will never be persecuted. And we have 12 innocent people taken away close to 55 days. And no one can tell us what is going on in Nigeria. We remember the Bama massacre in 2014. There have been so many atrocities in Nigeria that you lose plot and you lose track. This is still Star Radio UK. It is your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. And I welcome you all as you're joining us on different platforms. Good evening to you, Mrs. Ronke, and welcome. And so many of Nigerians are already preparing for 2023. They've been told to get their voters register card and vote in a new political party or the existing one. But 6 years, this government failed on security to protect your lives. The same man that a lot of you thought as an ex-military dictator that also, as at the time, Buhari overthrown a civilian government until the evil genius, Babangida, came. And when Babangida came, it was the Maradona. He allowed corruption to filter through. But he is now saying, according to some of his interview that some of you must have watched, that you cannot blame me because as at the time I was the military dictator corruption was not as big as what we're witnessing now. Some of you are probably waiting for your turn. That is why you want to be part of this politics of Amala. It is Star Radio UK, Niger Voices on Star Radio UK every Wednesday. I'm your host. We'll remember the killing, the massacre that took place. Hundreds, thousands of people lost their lives. Some have not recovered from that atrocity of Bama massacre in 2014. Killed hundreds of civilians. But one of the commanders, this is where I want you to listen to. One of the commanders of that atrocity is now living a free life on the government payroll. Are you aware of that? Do you know that? Or you're hearing this for the first time? This is Star Radio UK. It's coming up to exactly 1 minute past 1900 hours. It's quite sunny outside today. Make sure you take a lot of water. Do you know that someone that committed that amount of atrocity in 2014 is now also on the government payroll? Security officials believe that Salu could open the door to a peace deal. Do you think that we can have a peace deal with the terrorists? I'm sure some of you are witnessing the development in Afghanistan. I was watching Joe Biden, the president of America, speaking yesterday. They are not going to stay back after August 31st. The Taliban have also said foreign troops must leave. Do you believe that we can negotiate with terrorists? That is what the government is playing out. And Nigerians are waking up every day, not sure what is happening. I'll just scroll down a little bit into that. It's quite a big one. These are mass killers, yet on a program sponsored by Nigerian taxpayers, explained a former government Boko Haram intermediary. He has been in touch with the movement almost from the start, when it was still a local religious sect that led a young cleric, Muhammad Yusuf, before it declared war on the Nigerian state in 2009. Salu grew out of behind-the-scene attempt to free more than 217 Chibok girls seized by the Boko Haram terrorists in 2014. After years of contact making through a network of mediators, it dawned on the negotiators that not only did they have an opening to secure the release of some of the schoolgirls, but there were also mujahideen signaling they might be open to dialogue, a potential breakthrough in the deadlock to conflict. Do you think that we can end this conflict currently in Nigeria through peaceful means? Yes, IBB was one of the most 419 you can ever think of. It opened the door for most of the corruption that is currently taking place in Nigeria. And after that, the former president Olusegun Obasanjo came on board, and it was the same. And it becomes a norm where money was filtering out of Nigeria in their billions. And more Nigerians are now living in a state of nothing. And my question now again is, who then is thinking 2023 will solve all this problem? Who think 2023 will solve all these challenges that we're talking about? Who is having it at the back of their mind with all these latest killings that is taking place every day in Nigeria will solve the problem? Let's hear what Charlie Boy said.
Years, I've been tearing my heart out for the underdogs, the poor, the less privileged, and the Nigerian youths, nudging them to stick to their dreams and to never let anyone kill it for them, not even their parents. Yeah. I am glad that my consistency and tenacity has encouraged millions of youth to chase their own dreams and never give up on themselves. Though coming from an elitist background, know what it means to be poor. So that is why I am passionate about the poor. Because of my pedigree and my rich heritage, people always wonder, what is that affinity with the poor? The needy, the disenfranchised, and the downtrodden? What is it? But verily, verily, I say unto you, I have been poor at a point in my life. Like Jesus Christ, who became man to understand what it means to be a man. I tasted poverty when as a young man I deliberately decided.
And when you look at the poverty rate in Nigeria as we speak today, and you see the government spending taxpayers' money for repentant terrorists, you wonder what would happen after 2023. Your guess is as good as mine. Your guess is as good as mine. Things are getting worse every day. But we have Nigerians at home that are more concerned on other things because there are distractions. The music, the football, the documentaries are taking your mind away from the reality. When someone that graduated from the medical school as far back as 2011 is still applying for a job to leave the country to Saudi Arabia, not just that, she was also able to meet up with someone, one of our lecturers. Do we sit back and do nothing? Or should we now walk towards a different path? You might not agree with everything on the Yoruba nation or the Biafra or the Middle Belt. But with the situation of things presently in Nigeria, there's no unity anymore. You might be deceived that we are united. But the nepotism that is taking place in Nigeria is being played out to our eyes. For those of you that can see, the future is bleak. The future is no longer there for you. The future has been distorted. Your dreams have been shattered. Some say this has got to do with religion. I disagree. What does the president's son do for living? It's just a question. What does the new wife do for living? Or are they living on the wealth of their parents? Let's hear what the former dethroned emir says about those of you that think this is about religion. This video is not new, but let's just hear the audio clip of it.
Misdefining and misunderstanding our priorities. And we have to be very honest with ourselves. I'm an economist and I always talk economics, and we look at the numbers and we look at poverty. If you look at all the poverty indices in the world today, you find that in southwest Nigeria, the incidence of poverty is 20%. In the northwest, it is 80%. The northeast, it's 80%. Why is it that the poorest parts of this country are the Muslim parts? Why is it that in a state that started Sharia in 1999, and we just heard the opening verses today, Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq. This is the very first verse revealed in the Quran. How come that the state that started Sharia is not the one that is the most educated state? In fact, how come that in that state in 2017, only 24 children got 5 credits in secondary school? How do we define Sharia? How do we define Islam? Illiteracy? Malnutrition? Children on the streets? We have to ask ourselves. And we can't ask those questions until we begin to understand through usul that you have to live in this world well in order to serve Allah for the hereafter. For Islam to prosper, we need educated Muslims. We need Muslims that are not begging. We need Muslims who are standing on their feet.
Let me just pause on that. I'm getting a response on the question I did ask. What is the job of the president's son? Some of you are giving me some few bits. Jack Olushola says, they both don't have any serious job or professions, but presenting such a gift packed at their wedding is outrageous, where a poverty level of ordinary is second to none. And what should know they share. Babatunde Adeyemi says, Buhari government is the worst ever. Boko Haram repentant was treated like innocent, while we citizens are treated like animals. And that is how Jumoke Oyeleke was killed in Lagos. And Babajide Sanwo-Olu, the Lagos state government, gave the order for the police that deploy their bulldogs on innocent Yorubas, where peaceful rally has been done across every Yoruba state until we got to Lagos and Jumoke was killed by a live bullet. And they wanted to hide it and put the blame on somebody else, even though in the midst of a live broadcast that we have a copy. These are kind of things that happen to you. You watching me right now. You watching me right now from Nigeria. Still believing in that country, thinking that things can change. Ayomiko says, when you see iPhone and iPad as gift in the president's son wedding, that means the country is so done. People might say, these are gifts given to them by the same cronies. 100 private jets. Yet, Nigeria have no one single aircraft to their name. If you're traveling to Nigeria, have you not talked about the first edict? I'm not talking about the edict to get that passport or visa or traveling ticket or traveling certificate. I'm going to tell you what my friend that just came back, what he told me to read to you. He's gone back to America. He was only there for 90 days. When I was telling him that the situation is bad, he said to me, until I get there. Let's leave what Sanusi says. I'm sure these are the same rhetorics you hear day in, day out. They come into gatherings, lectures. They have been paid for some of these lectures. It's not free. Some of them are in exchange for gift. They move them from one end to the other. I'm sure you see them on TV speaking grammar on a daily basis, while millions of you have no jobs. You're praying. Prayer is good, but what happened when there's no industry? So when you pray, then what happened? Okay, when you pray, then what happened? Because when you pray, you expect to have the job ready, but there's no job. Not even a bakery is available. I keep wondering why the size of the tom-tom has reduced so much. Inflation is all over the place. Even Sanusi himself said so, that we have gone backwards 40 years. Do you know what that means? This is Star Radio UK, your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's hear what my friend, or let's hear a little bit more from what, let's just leave that alone. It's all the same rhetorics. They're all the same. This is a man that destroyed part of the Yoruba banking system in the Southwest. He was one time the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria. It's the same rhetorics. And a lot of Nigerians love these individuals that speak, they come onto the program, they're speaking, blah, 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 blah. They get paid for those jobs. While you watching those programs do not get paid, there's no money in your pocket. A family of 4 doesn't even know what to eat tonight. As we speak right now, your best of the best medical doctors are now trying to run out of the country to Saudi Arabia, regardless of the Sharia law they will face in Saudi Arabia. They prefer that. But what they've done is they've made you not to think in those directions. Very soon, a couple of months from now, you can see the fight going on between PDP. It's all about them. It's never about you, the citizen. It is never about you, the citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. You are all just trying to make a living. It is 17 minutes past 7. It is called Star Radio UK. Let me quickly read what my friend, he just got back after 9 days visit to Nigeria. And he said I should read this out. This is experience at first sight. Good morning. Oh my God. It is very dangerous. The roads, the trucks, and the cars on the road. So many police checkpoints going to Osun State. He counted 11. 11 police checkpoints. But yet, when you get kidnapped, this checkpoint is no longer available. Poverty everywhere. Everyone asking you for money, including grown-up men. Men that should be working in different fields, whether producing, working as a manufacturer, employed, or self-employed, as it's called. Grown-up men in their 40s, still asking for 2,000 naira there, 1,000 naira there. Some of them have taken so much. Corruption everywhere. Hear this, according to my friend. The system has completely collapsed. You almost have to live in a bubble to maintain sanity. There's no sanity. Many times I cried just seeing kids abandoned to fend for themselves. The poverty knows no ethnicity, gender, or age. We need to break it down completely and start over. What really got to me the most is the fact that a particular ethnic group has the monopoly when it comes to certain current and its exchange. I'm sure you know what that means. You've worked hard with your dollars and pounds, but one particular tribe exchange it rather than the bank. Why so much power given to them? Question mark. Why can't the bank and the bank only be in charge when you want to change your money in Nigeria? Why must you go to the local bureau de change, known as the black market, whether you're buying or you're changing? You can't take your dollar. Some of you knows that. You can take it to Nigeria and then take it to the bank to exchange, because the power has been given to a particular ethnic group. Just like it's done every other same country. Why is it that Lagos Muritala Mohammed Airport, all the immigration officers who get to decide who comes in and who get to leave are all from one ethnic group? Question mark. We are second-class citizens in Nigeria, despite being the most educated and tolerant people. We need to be in our own for our people to thrive and to deal with our own corrupt leader. I need you to talk about these. I was getting tired of this movement. Now she's talking about the Yoruba movement. As it seems there is no real strategy and the Yoruba elites are deceiving us, and they are also part of the problem. I am still not sure what would happen, but I feel we have to continue mounting the pressure until 2023 and see what happens. Sorry for the long text. Are you feeling the same energy of this young Yoruba man that spent 9 days back home, but in the midst of poverty? 21 minutes past 7. STARR Radio UK, your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London.
Hello to sing.
A very good evening to my very good brother Bashiru Mustafa. Good evening. I can spot you there. Good evening to you, Mrs. Omomi Adeyemi. Olatubosun Johnson Olawale says the solution to Nigeria problem is break up Yoruba nation now. Oluwatobi Deborah message says, with all these atrocities committed every day with this evil government, still some groups of people still believe in one Nigeria. Most of them are living in Europe. Once again, I would like to appreciate my producer, Frank and Archie, making sure that we bring to you for the last 4 years Niger Voices every Wednesday right here from London. Somebody is asking, what next? We must continue to educate our people and tell them the reason why going for the next election is like going into a different ballgame entirely. If the exchange rate is 717 naira today, when the Buhari government took power, it was 280 naira to a pound. Okay, now I can quickly find this other video. Let's see if I can find it. Let's continue with this. There was a particular video that I would love to play to us as well. Again, a young Nigerian that decided to go back home, but what she found at home was a complete different ball game entirely. I'm sure some of you must have experienced the same. I'm going to go back home. I want to go and settle back home. There's nothing like home. Remember all those lies being told to us. There's no place like home. There's so many places like home now. United Kingdom is home. Dubai is home. Malaysia is home. Canada is home. America is home. Nigeria is no longer home because it's no longer safe. The woman that was buried after she died left UK. She had a return ticket, I'm sure, to come back, but she never made it back. Nigeria has created a lot of havoc. Is Nigeria truly Jaga Jaga? Let's hear from this.
Yeah, they look out for them from Abuja. This thing I been said, they forget. I do been them, I ain't if you don't them. Yeah, but it's like prison. Everything's scatter. Woman, they suffer. Busa.
We leave that and let us hear this young, vibrant Nigerian that relocated back home. Part of our experience. I'm not sure who wants to relocate back to Nigeria right now. Some of you might want to. Is it safe? You have to assess it yourself. Is it business friendly? Let's hear what this young girl has to say.
Once again, introducing new GoDaddy Websites Plus marketing. So what's Plus? Plus is building yourself at.
It's hard to live here. Nigeria is my country. Nigeria is my fatherland. See? Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So on this video, I just want to rant. Like I've had it. I've just about had it.
I want us to follow every details that she's talking about and ask yourself, does this fit into what your family back home are going through? Or have you tried to lift your family from that poverty line, but the Nigerian system is dragging them back? You've set up a business, a barbing salon, there's no electricity. You've bought them a generator. They have to repair it 5 times in a month. The system is definitely no longer working. But the politicians are not concerned about that. They're more interested about 2023. It's a 7-minute video. Let's hear what she has to say.
And like, what I'm trying to say is I'm standing right now, but you should sit down because this is going to be beating on. Because I just want to rant. I'm tired. You guys, I am tired. Somebody should get me out of here. Somebody get me out of Nigeria. Oh my God. I'm exhausted. Okay. So clearly, I know some of you have been waiting for this video. Still, Nigeria is going to complain about living in Nigeria and how hectic it is and if she regrets it. Well, I do. I regret it. You are right. You told me. I know. I regret it. If you're in the UK watching me, better stay where you are. Because if you come back here, you're gonna hear it. You're gonna feel it. Look at me. See how I look like? I look like Nigeria. Do you understand? Okay, so it's actually a month now that I've been in Nigeria, and you guys, the experiences have been all sorts. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. Now, let me tell you something. When I was about leaving the UK, a lot of people reached out to me. Oh, Chidera, apply to Canada. Oh, Chidera, apply to other countries. Oh, Chidera, do express entry for Canada. I mean, I'm like, no, be do or die, you. No, be do or die. I'm like, I can go back to Nigeria. I was like, oh, I lived in Nigeria for 23 plus years of my life. Like, it's not that bad. You understand? All I'm doing is just staying in the UK for a couple years. So I felt like when I go back to Nigeria, it will be too hard to adapt. It's hard, okay? It's very, very difficult. I have experienced comfort, and now I am in discomfort. Now it's not funny. Like, it's been the most stressful thing for me to adjust back to Nigeria. I know some people be like, oh, you're just out of the country for just 21 months. When they do like, say, get out. Listen, I'm just so rude. I'm tired. See, fam, it's hard to live here, especially when you've experienced comfort. Now, the very first thing I'll tell you guys is I have heat rashes on my back. Before leaving Nigeria, I don't used to have heat rashes. Heat rashes don't used to do me. Like, no matter how hot it gets, I don't get heat rashes. Now, I have heat rashes. Even as I'm wearing this coat, I'm sweating. And as it's touching the heat rashes, you know, it's itching me the more. So, I'm trying to keep calm. Don't trigger me because I'm so provoked. I have heat rashes on my back. That is one. Now, the second thing is I cannot, for the life of me, remember the last time I had a good night's sleep. I cannot remember. She can hear the noise. She can hear the noise. I'll continue. I cannot remember the last time I had a good night's
sleep. You guys are always wake up in the middle of the night. Why? Because of how hot it is. I have my shower like 3 times a day. I have showers like 3 times every blessed day. I wake up in the middle of the night to have my shower. Now you say, why? Is there no electricity? We already know that there's never issue in Nigeria, meaning like electricity is not stable in Nigeria. But that's not even my problem. I'm already used to that. I was here for 23 years before I traveled out, and there was no light. Like the light was not constant. So I'm really used to that. But the problem now is the voltage that they give. The voltage. So it's not even of there's no light. It's a thing of, oh yeah, there's light, there's electricity, but the voltage cannot do anything. The voltage cannot carry AC. The voltage cannot carry fan. Talk more of fridge. Oh my God, Jesus! Yesterday I had to call my mother. I'm like, oh my God, I'm tired. She said trying to tell me to calm down because I made a pot of stew and a pot of soup. But because the voltage was so low, everything defrosted in the fridge, and I had to heat them up. And if you're Nigerian, you know that the more you heat food up, the more the taste changes. So I've heated the soup up like 3 times, and I'm still going to heat it up again because the light is still not stable, the voltage is still not high, and everything you have defrost. Oh my God, I mean, I'm so frustrated. And let's not forget about COVID. Okay, it's like in Nigeria, there is no COVID. The other day I went to the market, and after staying in the UK, staying in lockdown for a year plus, it does something to you. Like, I literally don't like crowded places right now, and I don't want people touching me anyhow. I went to the market, people are still grabbing me. I'm like, Jesus, is there no COVID? People are grabbing me left, right, and center, and it was really irritating me. Like, don't touch me, oh, don't touch me. But they will grab you. It's market, they will grab you. That was, oh my God. Okay, let's not forget that comfort is expensive in Nigeria. I think I'm going to do another video of how expensive it is to live in Abuja. You guys, the first day I arrived at my friend's house, she has air conditioner. The AC was not working. I told my...
Let me just come back. Yeah, it's 7:31. This is Niger Voices, everything Nigeria. But the reality is, we still have people living in that bubble, just like my friend said in that message I read out to you earlier on. Sheon says, yeah, I also tried that in 2016. Returned back from Dubai. I hope my workshop in Abuja could work. I later sell all my tools I bring from Dubai because no light to use them. All my money lost. I left the country back. I understand a lot of us wants to go back home. You know, we believe that we can do something, you know, we can attempt something and we can make it out of Nigeria. You better think twice. You better think twice. This was what millions of Nigerians have tried as far back as some years back. It has eventually failed. Remember Dr. Abolore? He lived in Germany all his life. Went back to Igogon in the Barakwa axis. Decided to set up a mechanized farming. It's different from a local farming. Mechanized. Imagine the amount of money invested in that project. A PhD. I'm sure you all remember what happened. Butchered to death by the Fulani terrorist. Until date, nobody has been charged. And we have a lot of Nigerian youth thinking that nothing is happening back home. You want to play Bet Niger? You want to play Baba Jebu? And think that one day you will become one of the lucky millionaires. And you probably buy a Camry, but there's no road to drive it on. You get extorted by the security operatives anywhere in Nigeria. Yeah, Aborede. He was a doctor. But the terrorists care less, just like they killed the major at the Kaduna Defense Academy. Do you know what it means to become a major? Wasted a life just like Tolula Barotile was killed. Should we then think about 2023 in the midst of all these nonsense that is happening? This is now when we talk about everything about Yoruba. It's 7:34. I say good evening and welcome to Star Radio UK, your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. This is where we talk about everything about Yoruba Nation. Let's continue from here. I say good evening and welcome
real time.
as
All I have to
we
do is pick it
take
up,
you
trainer.
to that.
Orúkọ tèmi ni Ọba Ìsà Olúṣọlá Adéyí Ọláníyàn Olúbòkè àti ilẹ̀ òkè tó jẹ́ ọba pàtàkì nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn ọ̀dà.
Mo kí gbogbo wa bí a ti ṣe ń darapọ̀ mọ́ wa, a ní about half an hour before the end of the program. At about 5 minutes to 8, we'll be bringing the program to an end. But for now, it's 7:35 and it's all about Yoruba Nation, self-determination. I'll be telling you where we are. A lot of you are asking what is going on with the 12 in Abuja. I'll be giving you exactly where we are with the movement, the self-determination. There's a lot of activities coming up. There's an event coming up this Saturday. I'll be telling you a little bit more. But follow us on all our social media handles where everything have also been posted.
Dáhùn tí ó ń dá àwọn aláboyún kọ́ nínú Nàìjíríà bàbá ti kọ́ gbàgbà Yorùbá àṣọ àwọn adáwọ̀ náà lásán ní gbogbo.
Finally, she was laid to rest. Jumoke Oyeleke was buried in Lagos last week. We can only pray for her and the family. Likewise, everyone that have died during this movement, we pray for them and their family and their loved ones. Next month, a lot of activities at the United Nations General Assembly. Is the 74th. There's going to be a mega rally. Are you going to be attending? New York, Washington, D.C. Are you prepared for the mega rally? Gbogbo yín tí ẹ ti darapọ̀ mọ́ wa níbi tí a ti máa fi gbogbo tó ń lọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá Nation kó tó di aago 8 máa lò ká tó ká ètò yìí sílẹ̀. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí orúkọ tèmi ní Ọláyọmí Kóìkì. Thank you very much for watching us. The more we do now, the better for us. Yoruba Nation is something that we must not pretend and be scared, because it's got nothing to do with the federal government. We're only demanding our right as the indigenous people of the land. And self-determination is not a crime according to United Nations. And we must continue to demand our right to opt out of Nigeria. We must, because Nigeria, amalgamation have ended in 1914, that we were merged together. All that has expired in 2014. Also, October 1st, mega rally in London. Make sure we all prepare for that. But let's talk about the 12 in Abuja as we speak right now. All I can tell you so far is the judge have signed their bail condition. We are now waiting to see what next with the legal representatives on how quickly we can get them out of Abuja and bring them back, to Southwest. Also, with the case with Chief Sunday Igboho, there's not update yet. We'll give you any update as soon as we have it as well. But in terms of the referendum, a lot of people will continue to ask, When is it going to come up? When exactly? All that, you might want to join our father, Professor Banji Akintoye, this Saturday in a Zoom meeting that will be coming up. And that details of the Zoom has already been posted on our timeline. Please find time to have a look at it, where all the Zoom numbers, the link that will get you into that Zoom would also be available for anyone that would like to join as well. Also, the Afenifere UK would also be, the 12 have been, not the 4, the 12 of them have now, the judge have signed the bill released. So we just have to wait and see when that would officially come through from the DSS department right now. But I'll be giving more details as soon as we have it. So let's come straight to what we're expecting from Ilana Omodua. I've got here Ilana Omodua, US, in collaboration with the Nigerian Indigenous Nationality Alliance for Self-Determination, NINAS, is inviting you to come and hear and other NINAS leaders as they lay out the plans for the historic NINAS Million Man March at the UN office in New York, to boldly let the world know that the ethnic nations Nigeria are ready to take their sovereignty back. And the topic for the day will be activating people's power. This is coming on 28th of August 2021. Time 12 p.m. EST, 11 a.m. CST, and 5 p.m. Nigerian time. You can check the Zoom ID on our social media handles on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, where we have posted that already. Also, the Yoruba Alliance in Canada is inviting you to a Zoom meeting, date 28th of August 2021, 8 p.m. Nigerian time, and the guest speaker will be Dr. Tunde Aliu, Baba Aliu, a strong activist and an advocate of Yoruba political and economic freedom. I'm sure a lot of you have listened to these, Dr. Aliu, and when you listen to him, your head get blown away, especially with a lot of the statistics that he does give us when the time is, is presenting his case to us as Yoruba people as well. So, fun Anfani, Eiti, Mbowa, also quite a lot of very busy packed Saturday. I don't know how. Okay, this one is on Sunday, the 29th of August, and this is happening between 4:30 p.m. and 5 p.m. in London. It's about topic Afenifere UK collaboration strategic way to Yoruba freedom. Remember, this is coming up as well. UK based on and off social media Yoruba freedom fighter, seasoned journalist, and broadcaster are cordially invited. Make sure if you are a broadcaster here in UK, you might also want to join that as well. So all this is coming up this weekend. But one thing is, we all have a role to play. We must continue to give reasons to those at home. Àwọn èèyàn tó wà nílé, ìdí pàtàkì tí a ṣe fẹ́ dá dúró. That is the bulk content of this movement. We must tell them categorically in terms of what happened. Some of them might not know, so don't assume that because you are in the know, the next person also have a know. The link to all the Zoom, you can check it out on my Facebook page, on Instagram or Twitter, where it has been posted, or if you're on my status, you'll be able to watch that as well. As we are almost, winding down the program, I would like to say again, this is still STARR Radio UK. It is your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. And if you're sending money home to your loved ones, remember to use SendWave. Remember the code S for STAR, R for radio, that you'll probably get a discount if you're sending money home for the first time using that apps as well. It's very, very easy to download and send as well. One thing is, there's also the daily protest that is happening in central London by number 10 Downing Street. For those of you that would like to participate at your own convenient time, make room for that and make sure you join those that are working day and night as well. There's also thousands and millions of people around the globe that wants to know what is happening at any point of time. There are quite a lot of people that are discussing the Yoruba Nation movement, just like myself. But one thing is, you as an individual, you also have a big task and a big role to do. So that means the more message that we can circulate, whether in their beats, it's also going to help us, during this movement as well. I'm going to go straight on Twitter and see what is trending when it comes to, the Yoruba nation as well, and other issues that is trending this evening before we start winding down as well. Let's first, look into the Nigerian Indigenous Nationality Alliance, which is a Twitter handle at Ninas_CFM. It is important that you follow some of these Twitter handles. It gives you, a background of what is happening and what is coming up as well. So let's see what I posted. Nothing of new, but I'm going to play, a bit of the clip that came out from their last August 17th press statement after the 120 days of this activating the people's power. You can also follow them on their Facebook page. I'll be giving you, more details on that. But let's hear what took place August 17th when we had that press conference in Lagos. Let's hear what they have to say.
The agitation for self-determination in Nigeria wears a new gear as the leader of the Nigerian Indigenous Nationalities Alliance for Self-Determination, NINAS, on Tuesday declared that all lawful means will be used to ensure that the 2023 general election does not hold unless the Nigerian government agree to hold a referendum for the aggrieved indigenous nationalities to decide whether they want a federation known as Nigeria. At a World Press Conference, NINAS called for a complete abolition of the current 1999 constitution, which was described as an agent of slavery and fraud, which promotes injustice, underdevelopment, and impunity in the south and middle belt of Nigeria. NINAS is of the view that after the proposed referendum, the people can now decide on the constitution they want for themselves in their separate nationals or within the Nigerian Federation.
And it's very important that our people understand what the problem is. Nigeria must sit again and negotiate how Nigerians will remain in Nigeria or negotiate how they want to be in Nigeria. It's not strange. 4 years ago, people in the United Kingdom sat down. Scotland said, we don't want this Scotland, England again. They do referendum. The vote came, they lost. So Scotland remained in the United Kingdom. Russia used to be known as Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. They sat down in 1991 and broke into 16 countries. Nobody killed each other. So please, that is just what we are saying. If we want to remain, let's remain. If we want to live, let's live. But we cannot remain in the union by force that our parents and grandparents did not negotiate. You have to understand that.
NINAS is the umbrella body of self-determination group in the southwest, south-south, southeast, and middle belt, with Lada Omo Odua under the leadership of the renowned historian Professor Banji Akintoye, representing the.
Well, that is about NINAS there. You can find out a little bit more from them as well. Follow them on NINAS_CFM. So let's see what is trending this evening with Ilana Omo Odua Diaspora. Once again, it is important that we follow all these Twitter handle. It makes a very good opportunity for us to also catch up what is happening. This is about a day ago. Bandits invade Nigeria Defense Academy, killed 3 soldiers, adopted others. And the one that was adopted, that major has also died as well. So that makes it a country that care less about the security and likewise the citizen as well. Also, in a same climate, you want to have a good lawyer, a doctor, and an account, but in a fraud Nigeria, you want to know that the GOs and the DSS agent, just like the Abadi Taylor, I'm sure you know who that individual is as well. A very good evening to you, Obasesi Tunde. Also, quite a lot of us are not looking at it as I was following the Extinction Rebellion on Monday, and we have to remember that there's nothing impossible. People will tell you all sort of things. You know, you read different articles and different bloggers will say different things, that it is never possible, you know, to break away from this country called Nigeria because we are so united. That is all lies. We are not united. And people know that. You might be told all these that we are united. We're united. And it's just as simple as that. And a lot of Nigerians knows that as well. But because we are so much being deceived by our politicians for a very long time, giving us false impression that Nigeria is a great country. Nigeria will bring your dreams to reality. Only for you now to realize that all these were all just gimmicks to keep us together under the fraudulent scam 1999 Constitution. I mean, this is a government that says in 2014 that we will kill and make sure that the insurgency becomes the dream of the, that you will never think of. But now, everyone is demanding a total runaway. If the situation that you're watching on your TV station at home, I'm sure some of you have seen those images, the Afghan. I mean, who does that? A moving aircraft. It's not a movie. This is reality. People were hanging right on the roof of the hangar of a military aircraft that care less, because about 5 people dropped from that aircraft. So I don't know what they were thinking. Maybe they were thinking that, when it got to this space, it would open up and allow them to go in. Thank you very much, Paul Olawale Owolabi. Bíyà àwọn tí wọ́n fẹ́ gbé trade aircraft yẹn tó ń ṣùrùbó, maybe they were thinking that, tá bá ṣùrùbó tó bá dókè, á wá ṣílẹ̀kùn fún wa, káwa kan wọlé. Are you waiting before we get to that stage in Nigeria before you realize that there is a problem? There is a problem. And the government must realize that there's a problem. But the government does not want you to realize that there's a problem in Nigeria. So what they do is they create more poverty. And rather than you thinking, you're actually looking for what to eat. We're just about 8 minutes before the end of today's program. I'd like to say thank you very much to every single one of you. The government promised everything. Let's hear this interview that the Nigeria current president gave to Channel 4 sometime.
Hello, to sing.
This interview. Let's hear this.
Nigeria. Incumbent President Goodluck Jonathan had wanted to postpone this Valentine's Day election, which was shaping up to be the closest fought contest in Nigeria's modern history. Goodluck Jonathan, a Christian from the south, is up against a former military dictator, General Muhammadu Buhari, a Muslim from the north. He is tough on corruption and reckons, as a former soldier, he can get rid of the menace of Boko Haram, something Goodluck Jonathan has failed to do. Rumours of a 6-week postponement started filtering through around noon today as many opposition party leaders were attending the colourful coronation ceremony of the 57th Emir of Kano. Among dozens of local kings, traditional rulers and state governors, General Buhari sat centre stage. Next to him, another former military head of state, General Yakubu Gowon. After the ceremony, we met General Buhari at the Kano State Governor's office. He said the reports of postponement were news to him and that he'd not been officially informed of any such decision by Nigeria's Independent Electoral Commission.
The news is going around and what I do is good, but I'm telling you what I know that should be practically on the ground.
Would you support postponement?
No, I would not support it.
What could happen if there is a postponement? Would it not be to your political advantage, sir?
No, I don't think so. It took INEC 1 year to work out and give this to. I see no reason why to my party. Go speak to the party to see with my. Thank you very much.
Sorry, about Boko Haram, the election commission says Boko Haram is the reason they're doing this.
Did you hear that? This was an ex-general saying, what is Boko Haram? This was in 2014. What is Boko Haram? What is Boko Haram? I'm sure some of you now know what Boko Haram is, because Buhari was telling you then that what is Boko Haram. But now, we have now know what is Boko Haram. So when he was telling us what is Boko Haram, nobody knew what truly Boko Haram was. Nobody knew what Boko Haram was.
Vision 2020. Money variation to my plenty. Like Mohammed. And it told you what people don't claim like Mohammed. Nobody died for token. Chapati on the we want smile for pocket. Unemployment starts to reduce. Population you work, woman to refuse. I'm a machine of Africa. I'm the best. I'm a giant of Africa.
I'm sure.
Lloyd's guy on the beat.
For those of you that do not understand what it means that Lori Ro is all lies. These were all the lies prepared, packaged from abroad by the gangs, brought it to Nigerians and sold it to them, and everybody bought it. Let's dance to this. The lies were cooked, packaged in a wrapper until we opened it. We're, Lori Ro. I would drop the dollar exchange and the pounds. The pounds today is 770. I would take away the Boko Haram because it was telling us there, what is Boko Haram? Now we know what is Boko Haram. As we are bringing this show to an end this evening, we hope we've enjoyed it together with myself, and I'll thank my producer for working tirelessly behind the scene. We'll be back again next week. I gotta rewind this because I love the track so much. Taiwo says they created artificial poverty. The politician buys more jet as if they are buying Mercedes Benz. Lorena?
Lloyd's guy on the beat.
These were all the lies until the terrorists have now had the audacity and the guts to walk into Nigerian Defense Academy, took away Major, eventually killed him, just like they brought down the Nigerian aircraft. Lorena, I'm going to say to my producer, you can take over now, but for now, let's take this for the final time. not, I'll be back again same time next week, Wednesday at exactly same time, maybe a different location. I might take you through something different next week. We'll see. We'll talk with my producer, and then when it's signed, agreed, we'll take you to somewhere else. But for now, I can only say thank you very much to every one of you that have joined me this evening. My name is Olaimi Koike. It is Star Radio UK. It is your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London. As we continue to say, we must not allow those that say it is not possible. Let us tell them it is definitely possible. Thank you very much. Just packing up now. Must stand. Election kò lè wọ́ akọ́ máa kàn yín ni ẹ̀kọ́ máa ṣiṣẹ́ fún politician lásán akọ́ máa ṣiṣẹ́ dànù fún politician. All right, I gotta go now, guys. I'm tired now. It's been a long day. We'll be back again some other time. Yay! Sunday me. Hey. Benny. Benny. Sunday go ṣá. Benny. Oh, it's a long day already. Benny. 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 Olóríire èèyàn ni. Ẹ máa gbìyànjú ni. Ẹ máa gbìyànjú ni. Kò ní jẹ́ fún gbogbo yín. Benny. A lọ dìbò fún Yorùbá politician kankan. A lọ tán rẹ̀. Ìgbòho ṣá. Benny. Benny. Àkọ́bí Òṣùpá. Benny. 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 Yay. Benny. All right, guys. I gotta go now. Bye for now.